Federal Credit Union was established and chartered on May 15, 1969. A small group of University of Tennessee employees requested the federal charter from the National Credit Union Administration.
In the spring of '69, the UT Federal Credit Union was formed. At that time, we had probably, I don't know, we had 100 members, but maybe close to that range. And we had about $10,000 that we started with. We were given space in an old house on what was then Rose Avenue, now it would be Andy Hope Avenue. And we were in that house for many years. We first operated on the basis of volunteers because we only had about $10,000, and this was used to make personal loans. To be successful as a credit union, loans had to be paid. You had to keep your expenses down, and a key to that was getting payroll deductions.
There was more to our founding than just banking business. The founding group wanted an organization that would positively impact the members and the community. They wanted an organization that supported and served their members.
You know, if you go back to when we were founded, initially, people helping people was the philosophy behind the founding of UT Federal Credit Union. And I still firmly believe that today you hear it frequently when you're here in board meetings, those sort of things. That's what we're here for, is to help people achieve their financial goals and do whatever we can to facilitate that.
Founding members wanted to serve a function that traditional banks didn't provide. Today we call this the credit union difference.
To me, our members are everything. If we don't have our members, we really don't have a mission or a purpose or anything behind the work that we do.
The original field of membership included faculty, staff, and full-time students of the University of Tennessee system, employees of the credit union, and retirees, family members, and affiliated organizations. Resources at the credit union started out small, but grew as the credit union grew.
We used volunteers at first, then we had some work study students from the university come over and help us. Then we hired a couple of part-time employees, and at first we used paper for keeping records, okay? And then we went to basically kind of a counting machine where they would be typed in. So we would have a typed record. And later on, we went to a $30,000 piece of equipment, which I labeled a pre-computer. It was only partly computerized. And so we purchased that so that we could keep better records on more people.
The UT Federal Credit Union team has expanded from 2 part-time employees in the beginning to nearly 75 full-time team members today. With new resources in place, the credit union was posed for tremendous growth over the next decades. This growth came from periods of great changes for both UT Federal Credit Union and the credit union industry as a whole.
Credit unions have changed really dramatically over that period of time. During the financial crisis of 1979, we at NCUA resurrected the community charter. And the reason we did that was that the companies on which the credit union members worked were failing, but the credit unions were viable. And because the insurance fund did not have enough to pay out all of those credit unions, especially the viable ones, we resurrected the community charter. So we converted occupational credit unions to community charters. And one of the things that has taken over the credit union industry since that period of time is the use of the community charter. Whereas once upon a time, those were very, very rare and limited one's field of membership. Now, they are more the rule than the exception, and have given credit unions a much wider base than previously existed for their field of membership. When I was at NCUA, we were rather restrictive about the use of those. That no longer is the case. When I came to UT's membership was limited to UT personnel, and now, of course, it is expanded past that, as have most of the other credit unions in this area.
UT Federal Credit Union's community charter now includes anyone who lives, works, worships, or regularly conducts business in 5 counties: Anderson, Blount, Knox, Loudoun, and Union. We continue to serve our original member base and all the various member groups we've served along the way, as well as their families. As our field of membership grew, so did the products and services we offered them. While we began with simple shares and loans, we have continually added more solutions throughout the decades, now offering all of the same products and services as a full-service bank, including multiple saving and investment options, checking accounts, mortgages and home equity loans, vehicle loans, credit cards, and business lending, to name a few.
When I first started, we were on White Avenue, but it was way on the other end in a little semi-trailer attached building, which would probably fit 3 times in the first floor. So building-wise, we've come a long way. We were all very excited to have a room where we could spread out and not be on top of each other. I've seen a lot of changes with the credit union and how we've advanced and grown, and took on new challenges and services and things back then that were a dream now. We thought it was exciting to be getting ATMs, and now we all have our phones, and with mobile banking and all that, it's all at our fingertips.
With our membership, field of membership, employees, assets, and other resources continuing to grow, the credit union has increased and expanded locations. Growing from 1 room in a building on campus in the beginning, UT Federal Credit Union now has 7 branches, a call center, and a high school branch. Today, UT Federal Credit Union still places great emphasis on serving our community and carrying out the credit union philosophy of people helping people.
So one of the things I wanted to mention was our cause committee. That was started probably about 3 or 4 years ago, and the reason it was started was so that we could give back to our community. We do a fabulous job in helping our owners on a daily basis with their financial needs, but we wanted to extend that to the community so that we could do more to help those people that maybe even aren't our owners, but to give back to the community that has given so much to us. And so we started a cause committee, and it was a volunteer committee by a cross-section of employees throughout the credit union, and it rotates about every year. And what they do is they meet monthly, and they look at opportunities of things that can be done. Some of the things we've done, Christmas, we decorated 100 Christmas trees and took over to assisted living facility and went into the rooms and handed the patients, the residents, a tree that was really warming. So another thing that we do on an annual basis and have been doing for several years is Basket for Babies, and we put out totes at the different branches, and we ask our owners to contribute canned goods and things that we can put together, and with our employees' input, we put together these baskets, and then we take them over to UT Medical Center and Children's Hospital. We have maybe 20 or 25 at each location, and that is done around Thanksgiving. And the reason we do that is a lot of these patients are unfortunately in the hospital during the holidays, and we want to do something for their families so that they would have a little basket with different things, food, maybe coloring books if they have siblings that might be there, and just to let them know they're not forgotten during that time. And so this has been a passion for us to do and continue to do every year. So we just continue to look at opportunities. We have a wellness committee that also works with our cause committee, and in cases like that, we're looking at doing 5K runs or walks and contributing to those causes. And we try to pick causes that are close to our employees' hearts, and everyone has something different that they have a passion for. So we get input across the board, and then we'll meet monthly and decide on what we can do for the next couple of months. We also give each employee 8 hours paid time that they can take throughout the year once they coordinate with their supervisor, and that's for those things that they feel are close to their heart. I'm really proud of our employees for their engagement, not only in helping our owners with their financial needs, but also in helping in the community and reaching out and doing things that are important to them and they have a passion for throughout the year.
We also give back by way of sponsorships and other contributions throughout the year. Donating our interchange income to institutions of higher education in our community has become an annual tradition, having contributed over $574,000 through scholarships and scholarship endowments over the years. Looking back at the past 50 years, we have taken great pride in providing our members, our owners, with the best possible service. We strive to constantly improve our level of service and services offered to meet their needs.
There's a great group of people in this credit union who work hard every day to get better and to help members achieve their goals, their financial goals. They can get a house or pay for whatever it is, or start a business, all kinds of things. So it's really the people at all levels and how hard they work and how much they care for our owners.
I have always been very, very impressed and very pleased with the warmth and friendliness that I've experienced here at this credit union.
2019 will be a year of great celebration. We'll celebrate our growth, our community, and the UT Federal Credit Union family. But most of all, we'll celebrate you. We are here for you, because of you, and thank you for your loyalty to UT Federal Credit Union.
So I think that a credit union, much different than a bank, is able to be a community servant and a community partner. I think the credit union is able to say yes in some spaces where a traditional bank might not be able to. I think a credit union can uplift a community and allow for great community development and for folks who maybe aren't your traditional banking customers to have a voice and a seat at the table.